is up, anime peeps? It's your nerdy girl Rachel here from the Otaku Review. How's it going? I will be doing a Funko Pop review today. I will actually be doing it in two parts, as I have quite a few Funko Pops from the last couple of weeks to review, so I wanted to split it up. And yeah, I got a lot of interesting pops. I got a lot of Star Wars, I got some Marvel, I've got some anime pops, so quite a varied selection. So as always, I will spin the camera around, put them on the Wheel of Destiny, and let you enjoy. So stick around. Okay guys, so back to the start of the review. This is going to be part one. I will upload the second part later on today. So first up we have is number 85 from the Marvel's Ant-Man series, and I got this one from my fiance as we're doing a couple of trades at the minute because he's looking to sort of downgrade his collection because he wants to collect more normal figures. But yeah, this is still a really nice pop. As you can see, this is a Underground Toys exclusive. It just glows in the dark, so it is pretty cool. As you can see, you can just about see his eyes through the visors, which is sweet. So I'm not actually seeing this glow in the dark, so I'm assuming it's just going to be mainly his suit and parts of the helmet that glow in the dark, but it's still really nice. A lot of people underrated Ant-Man as a movie, but I really enjoyed it because me and my fiance watched it. I think it was on Netflix, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very funny. So as you see, he's got all the really cool detailing on his shrinking suit, and yeah, it's still a pretty sweet pop. There's just one or two little scuffs on it, but meh, I'll just call that as Avengers Battle Damage. Sorry, his head bobbling is so funny. So there isn't many in this series. There is the giant variant, which is in another series, and there's one of him on a Dorbs ride where he's riding on the back of Anthony. R.I.P. Anthony. The only other one in this series is Yellow Jacket, who's the villain in the movie, if you haven't seen it. Yeah, so I would highly recommend watching that movie. So that is number 85, Ant-Man. Okay, next up we have number 36 from the Marvel series, and this is one of my favourite villains from Marvel ever, and it is Loki. And yes, I am a bit of a Hiddlestoner. He is a really good actor. So as you see, this is the Loki variant in the helmet, and this is from the first Thor movie. So yeah, he is pretty cool. There is another variant of him, pretty similar in body and with the same weapon. So this is the non-helmet version. As you can see, the detailing is slightly different, as he has just very basic green on this one, whereas on this one he has more metallic. So I do like this one more, but it's a bit weirder that he's higher. I don't know if it's the helmet that's making the bubble a little bit lower. I don't know. But yeah, it's still a pretty damn sweet pop. And yeah, there's just different detailing. So I'm just going to swoosh him around. So again, pretty similar on the back. Again, all the gold paint and everything. It's just, they do look different, even though they're the same. It's kind of weird. It's just how they're positioned, I guess. But yeah, they are still very nice pops. So yeah, again, I got this one from Adam because he was looking to sort of change around things a bit, and I got this one from I think it was from my friend Kat, and yeah, because she knows how much I like Loki. So in this series they have standard Loki, Odin, Lady Sif, and I can't pronounce this guy's name. I just call him Idris Elba. Himidol? Is that how you say it? I don't know. It's a bit complicated. Yes, that's the girl who can pronounce Japanese names, but not Marvel names. So that is number 36, Loki. So next up we have Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is number 75 of Ronan. And obviously, if you haven't watched Guardians of the Galaxy, where the fuck have you been? Because it is an amazing movie. The sequel was pretty good, but first one was always my favourite. So this is from the second wave of the first movie pops. So in this series you have Dancing Groot, which I already have, Yondu, this guy, Nebula, the Collector, and Thanos, who I've also just got back off Adam as well. I have reviewed him before, so I'm not going to review him again. So yeah, Ronan was he was a fairly good villain. He did have weird reasons for sort of going evil, but it wasn't really truly explain how Thanos found him or anything. So yeah, it was a bit of a shame he never kind of delved into it, but he was still okay. I would have liked it if they did the actual Power Stone in the the hammer that he uses, because that was one of these sort of iconic sort of fight scenes. And yeah, he's got his sort of standard markings all over his really cool outfit. I do see a lot of people cosplay this guy, and they do get some really amazing cosplayers. So yeah, he's got his standard facial markings. The paint's really well done on the hands. This is usually what Funko fail on, usually just the tiny little details on hands and things. They usually do mispaints, but they've done a really surprisingly good paint job on this. So yeah, my next sort of goal is to get Yondu, because obviously with the popularity of him from the second movie, they pretty much went off the grid for a bit, and people were charging ridiculous prices for him, or they were cutting him up and splicing him with the Mary Poppins pop. Obviously, because just of that one quote. I'm all known for customizing, but butchering 2 pops that could be quite valuable someday, it's not a good plan. Tony needs to start with say. But anyway, that is number 75 of Yondu. Okay, so still sticking with Guardians of the Galaxy, I did get another one off my fiance Adam. This is Nebula, again from the second wave of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie pops. I didn't have a box for her, unfortunately, as he bought her like this from a seller online. But it's still really nice. She has her dual blades, and her outfit's pretty cool. She is slightly different. Obviously, this is from the second movie of Nebula. I do prefer this outfit a lot more. And obviously she's got her metallic armor. It does look a lot cooler. Obviously they did just use the same sculpt for the head, obviously, because it never really changed. But it's still a really nice pop. So I'm just going to swish it around so you can see the back. Sorry for that bobbling. So again, I do really like this kind of scheme outfit. It reminds me awfully a lot of PB's outfit from Mass Effect Andromeda. But it is still a super nice colouring. I love the combination of the purples. It really stands out with the silver metallic of her bio upgrades, shall we say. So it's still nice. So I've only got a couple more to get now from the first wave. I think I need the Collector and I need Yondu. So hopefully I'll be able to track those down soon. And again, just from the Marvel series, before we switch over to something on the dark side. This is Hulk. Again, I got him through Adam. And this is also, I think this is from the Age of Ultron series, if memory serves me. Yeah, I'm kind of sort of getting an Avengers sort of set going now, because I was originally only going to collect Guardians of the Galaxy, but I've got a few other Marvels like Mystique and Iron Man and Doctor Strange. So this one will be a good addition to the collection. I do like the way that they've done the hair in various layers of green rather than just one basic colour. It kind of blends it in. Even though it looks slightly scruffy, I do kind of like how it blends in. And just there's only just a little fair amount of detailing on Hulk's shorts. And I only just noticed that he's actually got the Avengers logo. If you can just about see there on the side where the lines meet up, I do think that's it's kind of nice. I never actually noticed it in the actual movie, and it is on both sides. I don't know what number pop this is, unfortunately, but he will make a great addition to the Marvel set. So that is Hulk. Okay, so on to some Star Wars now, peeps. These next 3 other ones I bought from my Toys R Us video, and I went there on Force Friday last week. So yeah, I managed to get a couple of pops. I only bought 3, like I said, because yeah, money's a little tight at the minute, and there were a few others I wanted, but they were sort of pretty common, so I thought I'd leave it for another day. But in the meantime, I did manage to pick up the Toys R Us exclusive Kylo Ren. So yeah, as you can see, exclusive sticker. It doesn't have Toys R Us on it, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not really too fussed. I do like Kylo Ren's look, and I do think the mask is pretty cool. So this is 203 from the new Star Wars series for the new movie. So there's quite a few in this one. So I want Rey. My fiance was pretty niffed at they've actually revealed a bit of a spoiler for the next film, obviously with Flynn being in the uniform for the Empire. Poe Dameron, Skywalker, Kylo Ren unmasked with the lightsaber, Chewbacca with Porg, BB-8, Rose, who I've not seen in any previews or anything yet, the Porg, Supreme Leader Snoke, or as my fiance likes to call him, Goldmember, because he likes gold, the Praetorian Guard, the First Order Executioner, and the BB-9E unit. So yeah, anyway, back to the actual Pop himself. So obviously Kylo Ren in a standard uniform, and nothing really different from the last time we saw him. I think the only difference is this one doesn't have a lightsaber, but meh, I wanted it, and it was exclusive, so I thought I'd better grab it before they were all gone. The detailing on the cloak's a little odd. It's all in spits and spats. I thought it'd just be one piece of cloth, but never mind. And yeah, the detailing on the front suit and everything's pretty cool. So yeah, and I've just noticed there's a dent on the helmet, which is kind of a bit of a nod from battle damage. So yeah, it's not damage to actual Pop, but still it's better than it looking all nice, neat and nicked, because obviously if he's going to be in battles and everything, he's going to get nicked. So anyway, that is number 203, Kylo Ren. And sticking with Star Wars still, we have the next Pop, and as soon as I saw this, I had to grab it, because when I went there to Toys R Us, there was only literally 2 of these left. And this is 195, again from the same series as Kylo, and this is Chewbacca, and he has the perk. I love the Pogs. My fiance can't stand these Pogs. He thinks they're just a bit of a marketing gimmick for cuteness because it's run by Disney now, but I don't really care. I think they're really cute. There are 2 variants of this. There is a flocked Chewie, and there's the unflocked, which is the one I have. So yeah, I kind of like this Pop. I really like the two-toning between Chewbacca's fur and on the head, and obviously on the rest of his body. It's pretty cool. They've done the detailing on his bag really well. The only paint niggle is there's a little bit of I can't talk today. Paint splattering on the Porg's mouth, but it's not really something you can see unless you're looking at them close. And they could have painted Chewie's mouth a little bit better, but other than that, it is still super nice. So yeah, on the back you can see all the detailing of his bag and everything, all the two-toning of his fur, and yeah, I really do love this Pop. I think it's adorable. So yeah, that is number 195, Chewbacca with Porg. Okay, and last but not least, this is the last Pop of the review. This is 198 for the Star Wars franchise, and this is the Porg. And yeah, again, I literally grabbed the last one that they had in Toys R Us, and I was really glad. I did actually reserve one at HMV before visiting Toys R Us, and they wanted about £15 for it, but Toys R Us had it slightly cheaper at $9.99, so I was pretty glad to get him. There are quite a few variants of this character at the minute. There's this one, there's a grey toned one, which is just grey on the head part. There's the Walmart exclusive of the Flying Porg, and there is a chase variant, which is the standard Porg like this, but the flocked version, which I don't really get why it has to be flocked, because technically he's feathered, not furry. So yeah, but they decided to make a chase anyway. This one doesn't actually bobble very well. It does bobble, but yeah, it's still a really cute Pop. So that is 198, the Porg. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed part 1 of my Pop review. I will be uploading part 2 shortly, so hope you stick around and watch the Funko goodness. So until part 2, or until my next box review, I will say sayonara des, and keep happy, stay nerdy, and keep collecting.